Caroline Coutier, also from the Netherlands.
That's right.
And you are the president of the Professional Women's Network here in Barcelona, and it's a global women's network.
That's correct. We are in 24 cities around mainly Europe, but we are expanding to Latin America and also to the Middle East. So we're really growing globally now.
Right. How did you get involved with the Professional Women's Network?
I got involved because when I arrived in Barcelona 10 years ago, I was really looking for like-minded international professional women and sort of had difficulty finding my own network, and was here together with a number of women from other branches of the Professional Women's Network in Paris, London and Madrid. All of us were here for business reasons, and we decided to get together and to found the network, and that happened end of 2007.
I see. But you founded the network in Barcelona?
In Barcelona. We already have a large branch in Madrid, and we decided that if in Madrid this is a successful network, we can also make it a success here in Barcelona.
Okay. And so tell me, what are the aims and the goals of the organization?
So the organization, their vision is to help women grow professionally in their career and to help them to work on getting promoted, getting into leadership positions, or becoming very successful as an entrepreneur, considering Barcelona is quite an entrepreneurial city, and really raising the profile of women as a whole in professional business in a time where, amazingly, we all have voting rights, we can all study, we have a lot more freedom than our mothers did, but still we see that business leadership continues to be dominated by men. Obviously there's a lot of developments going on, such as board quota and other developments also here in Spain, but there is still currently a need for professional women to get more guidance about how they can climb either the corporate ladder or become a professional entrepreneur. I mean, one of the prime examples for entrepreneurs, for example, is it is more difficult for a female entrepreneur to get financial backing than it is for a male entrepreneur. It's just one of those interesting examples where we still, as a network, are very much needed. Right.
So, I mean, your background, Caroline, I mean, apart from doing the PWN, what else do you do?
So I am Vice President of Human Resources for a company called Xerox, big American company, and came to Barcelona through my job. So I do have a big affinity with HR, and for that reason also a big affinity with professional growth. But what I have learned myself from becoming part of this network, not having a member before we were founded here, is I myself have learned to become more assertive, to negotiate my own salary, which is something that women often are not as good as men, and to really lean in, as in the book that Sheryl Sandberg wrote.
Oh, yes.
Women really need to themselves more lean in, get a seat at the table, break through glass ceilings. That's not something that we can let men help us do. We need to do it ourselves.
Okay.
So I've learned a lot. I have become amazingly more ambitious than I was before. I now recognize that I was raised in a certain way where women are carers and men are earners. All of those things are changing, and I think with our new Y generation, or the generation of the millennials, they are really our next target group that will hopefully say, what is all the fuss about?
Yeah, so there will be more equality in the workplace.
There will be. It's growing. We do need to help people along in that way, not only women, but also men, especially men in leadership positions. We see a lot of companies that love to help with diversity and inclusion, but they don't necessarily know how.
Right, so they need women's emotional intelligence to help with that.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of research around this, and the research really shows that companies that have balanced leadership, gender-balanced leadership, are more successful. Their share price is higher, their profitability is better. It's just a matter of how do you do it, and that's where we hope to help as well. We very much work with corporate partners as well to help bring awareness, help them to understand how they can implement programs within their organizations. And we have many of those companies around in Barcelona as well that we can help with.
So how many corporate partners do you have?
We currently have 2 real corporate partners, and of course we are looking for more. So, and what we offer to corporate partnerships is help with their diversity and inclusion programs. We give a number of their women-free memberships. Obviously, we do some marketing for them as well. It's a real sort of cooperation, but very much also based on a diversity and inclusion program, a mentoring program. We can organize breakfast, create awareness amongst their women.
I see. So how often are these events that you're organizing?
Well, our general events that we organize 1 event per month. These events are very educational. Some of them are focused on diversity and inclusion and gender balance. Other are general events, hints and tips on how to better make use of social media, or getting to know China, a country that we are all going to do business with at one point in our lives. So those are more general. But then we also have very women-specific events around women in leadership, also to be attended by men. Absolutely. And, of course, our mentoring program, which is our big next event.
Yeah, which we're going to talk about with Patricia a bit later.
Yeah.
And what is the price to become a member of the PWN? Or can I call it the Powerful Women's Network?
Very nice.
Very nice, yeah. It is €100 per year, and for that we offer monthly events, so outside of the holidays around 10 events per year that guests would normally pay for. So we give that free of charge to our members. And if you look at the educational aspect that we bring to our members, paying for that professionally, professional companies that would offer the same would be a lot more expensive than the €100 that you offer. We are a volunteering network, so we are very much dependent on volunteers like Patricia to help us organize our events, build our marketing, raise our membership. So the members typically are members that want to attend our events, but also want to help volunteer, become a mentor, help organize events, engage their companies in working with us.
And are there a lot of powerful women in business in Barcelona?
I think there are. Some of them are already members. Obviously, we hope to raise our profile partly through this program and have more women become interested in becoming a member. We are very much an English-speaking network, but we are amazed about how many Catalan and Spanish women that are here in Barcelona really want to become a network that is international. They travel to other cities, and if you're a member here in Barcelona, you are automatically a member in all 24 networks. So the same advantage you have here, you have everywhere.
And we're here with Patricia, also from the PWN. You get involved. You're coming up with this event happening on the mentoring program.
Yeah, so for me, I thought it was time to really get involved and do something and volunteer my time for the network. I think I'm always a person, I'd like to give things back to society. Women are very high on my radar. Diversity in general is an issue that I feel very strongly about. I think it's very good for businesses. And why not volunteer my time in PWN? And the mentoring program is something that has not been running in Barcelona. It's running successfully in many other chapters. And I thought we needed it here. So I said, well, let me pick up that void and fill it in and see where we can take it.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about the event that's happening on the 13th of October?
So the event on the 13th of October is not a mentoring program as such. It's the official launch of the mentoring program. So we're just going to get people who are interested in mentoring, either being a mentee or a mentor, to come to the event and to talk them through what does that mean, how does it work, etc. And basically the program will from there on start. And what we will do is we will get people who are interested in being a mentor or a mentee to fill out all the application forms, etc., etc. And then we sit and we do the kind of behind the scene matching of people, and we form pairs or maybe small groups depending on who we get in. in, and from there on the mentoring program really starts. It's a 9-month program. We expect mentors and mentees to come together once a month in these 9 months, every month, for a 2-hour session. And so goals need to be very clearly defined of the mentee, and then the mentor and the mentee together work on accomplishing these goals together.
And what kind of goals would they be?
It could be anything from personal development to somebody who wants to step into a leadership position, to somebody who wants maybe to work on their presence, or somebody who just wants, first in a job, thinking about how to work the corporate world, or an entrepreneur who's saying, hey, I have this business and I want to take it to the next level. I need help.
Okay, and you've actually always been a sort of mentor, sorry.
That's a good question. I'm a business consultant and I work for small and medium-sized businesses. There's always an element of coaching or mentoring. They're not exactly the same, but there's always these elements in my relationships with the people that I work with. But I very much focus on the business results and the growth of the business itself. I think this relates more to your personal development. So what are some of the things that you can do yourself to help you grow, or to step up in a company, or to take your business to the next level, but more from a personal perspective.
I see, okay. So how do people register for this event?
You register online on our website.
Okay.
Which is... that's a good question. PWN whatever.
PWNBarcelona.net.
.net, PWNBarcelona.net, and there is a calendar there. And on the calendar, you'll find the event on the 13th of October, and there you have the registration bit as well. So it gives you a little bit of information about the event, and it gives you a link to the registration form. It's free for everybody.
Okay, great. And how many women are you expected to attend?
We're hoping to fill the room, which is about 60.
Okay.
And this morning I looked, we're up to almost 30 registrations already. So we got a little bit more than, about 10 days to go before we close registration. So I think we can get there.
Excellent. And any inspiring speakers that will be taking part?
Yes, we have Jacqueline van Pasen, who's going to be a speaker at the event. She is also Dutch. I don't know. We have a real Dutch connection going on.
I like the Dutch.
Not intentionally, let's say, but it just happened to be that way. Jacqueline van Pasen is the co-founder of Status Quo, and what they do is they support individuals and organizations in expanding their leadership capability. And Jacqueline herself is an executive presence and leadership coach, and she's a new member of PWN and also wants to be very much involved in the whole mentoring program. I think it's very good added value.
Great.
Because she's a real expert. For the last 20 years, she is working on, getting women to progress in their careers.
Empowering women.
Empowering women. That's what we're all about.
Excellent. Okay. And anything else to mention, or?
Yeah, I think what's important is that, as a kick-off session, what she's going to do, which is something that we talk about a lot, is that what she's going to do is she's going to look at how cultural and social conditioning can impact a woman's professional path. I mean, there's a lot of our own conditioning that hinders us in the process of moving up, moving forward. Caroline gave a few of examples, and we see it all around. And we hope that participants walk away of the event with some awareness about the patterns that have shaped them and that's hindering them maybe in their progress in their career. Or limiting their professional results, and maybe some tips on what they can do to change that. And
is that mental blocks, or is that how does it work?
Well, I don't know. It's maybe the blind spots that we have, being women, maybe growing up in terms of the man has the position of the money, the provider for the family, and the woman traditionally is the caretaker, and that's some of the things that we need to change also in our own perception of how the world looks, right? It's okay to have equal, and equally it's important to involve men in this whole process. That it's okay for them to want to have a more caretaking role, so that we equally balance out the tasks that we have at home versus the tasks that we have in the workplace.
Okay.
But it goes much further than that, of course.
Yeah. So you're changing the way women think, actually.
Oh, let's hope we could do. Women and men, yeah.
Women and men, exactly. Well, we very much look forward to the event on the 13th of October, and thank you both for attending today, and we will say goodbye and thank you.